All right, let's go. Let's do the rookie wide receivers here. Let's go with Marvin Harrison Jr., 1,121 yards with Arizona. I'm going over here. Listen, him and Kyler are going to be a problem. I would not be shocked, Cullen, and we see this all the time in the NFL, where teams go from terrible to a playoff team in that next year. I think I'm going to be on the Cardinals this year to be that kind of team. I could see them. They had a great draft. They had more draft picks than any other team in the league. I think the Cardinals turn it around, and they clearly have proven that they will play for that coach there. They don't quit on him. I'm going over for Marvin Harrison Jr. here. I think he has a big rookie year.
Yeah, I think 1,300 plus for Marvin Harrison Jr. That's bold, but I think who else? I mean, who else is Kyler going to be throwing to on the outside? Who else has the skill set that Marvin Harrison Jr. possesses on the outside? And rookie wide receivers are so different than rookie quarterbacks, right? We talked about Jefferson in his rookie year. He showed out. And so many other wide receivers, you can look down the line and see that. And so I think that overall, Harrison Jr. is going to have a lot easier of a path with a great quarterback behind him in Kyler Murray, who's shown that he can hit deep balls, extend plays, find receivers when they're open. And this Cardinals team, to your point, I think is going to be a little bit better, a lot of it better this season. So overall, I really like this line because I think he's going to smash it. I think Harrison Jr. is going to show why he was picked as high as he was, why a wide receiver was picked as high as he was, and he's going to be really great this year. I'm really excited to see what Harrison Jr. brings.
All right, we know this kid talks a big game. Malik Neighbors for the Giants, just a tinge over 1,000 yards, 1,033 yards. I will go over here, even though, the quarterback situation there in New York is ass. But I still think this kid he's so gifted, Cullen. I think he'll find a way, and he's a game breaker type. Like if you get the ball in his hands, he could shake on you, boogie, make something happen. I'll go over for Malik Neighbors, but they need to get him a competent quarterback there in New York.
Yeah, I'm going under. I just don't think Daniel Jones can sustain a 1,000-yard receiver. I don't think it's possible with the way that the offense has gone over the past couple of years. If Jones is healthy and he comes out there, he starts slinging the ball around, maybe. But 1,000 yards with Daniel Jones as a quarterback is a tough sell for me. I'm going to go under. Maybe he hits up to 800 if he stays healthy the whole year. But overall, I just don't think this Giants team is going to be good enough to sustain a good, high-quality wide receiver. Neighbors has the talent. He's got the skill set like you talked about. Yeah. But I don't think Jones is going to sustain 1,000 yards.
All right, let's go to another LSU wide receiver, Brian Thomas Jr., 814 yards with Jacksonville. I'll go over here, Cullen, because Jacksonville's wide receivers suck. So I look at this and I'm like, hey, good for Trevor Lawrence. He should be able to key in on this guy and get him the rock. I'll go over here.
Yep, I like this one too. Without Calvin Ridley in the mix for Jacksonville, they need a big alpha wide receiver on the team, and I think this guy's going to be able to get it. I do think overall, with the way that this offense looks, Brian Thomas Jr. should be able to catapult himself in his rookie season with Trevor Lawrence. And now we talked about the contract situation. Now that that's out of the way, they can kind of focus on the football aspect of it all. Thomas Jr. profiles to be a really strong wide receiver. On the outside, he works on the inside as well. So all of those signs point to him being great this year. Maybe it's not, a 1,000-yard season in his first year, but he's going to work up to being a good wide receiver in the NFL.
Absolutely. Sure. Keon Coleman, 810 yards with Buffalo. For the same reason, I'm rolling with Thomas in Jacksonville. I'll roll with Keon Coleman here. I mean, who the hell else is Josh Allen going to throw to? He doesn't have anyone left. I'll go over for Keon Coleman. And you know what? His personality tells me he'll probably be a star in this league too.
Yeah, as long as he gets more press conferences, I'll be happy. I mean, absolutely. And I think for Coleman, you mentioned the loss of Diggs, Gabe Davis. Who's Josh Allen going to throw the ball to if not for Keon Coleman this season? And that's what it comes down to. I still think this Bills offense is going to be successful because of Josh Allen. He just throws the ball as far as he can every single play. If Coleman's down there for a couple of those big catches, he's going to get to this number. 810 is not the highest number in the world for a rookie wide receiver. I think he can get up to 950 on a high-flying Bills offense. I still think they're going to be a good offense, maybe more subdued without Stephon Diggs, but the offense is still going to be successful in my mind.
All right, now, you already said you think Caleb Williams is going to put up video game numbers with Chicago, as do I. So I imagine Rome Odunze you're going over 803 yards for, right?
Absolutely. And I think when the things kind of break down in terms of who gets the most in this wide receiver core, I think it's going to go DJ Moore, then it's going to go Rome Odunze, and then it's going to go Keenan Allen. I think Allen gets the most receptions, but I think Odunze and Moore beat him in terms of yards. They're going to be in the X and the Y spots here, with Keenan Allen focusing in the slot role. And Williams and Odunze, they've shown to have a great relationship already off the field, and I think it's going to be shown that they can get that on the field as well. And DJ Moore is going to get his. I think he goes above 1,100 to maybe even 1,200 yards this year. Can Odunze get up to 1,000? Maybe. I think he probably goes 900 or so in his rookie season. This offense is going to be so fun to watch. And Keenan Allen probably gets, in my mind, maybe 750, 800-ish yards, and Odunze beats that in the 900 range.
All right, now we only have 5 minutes left, so I want to go rapid fire for our season predictions. And here's the thing. It's only June, so you and I will do this 1,000 more times until we get to the season. Yep. So let's do our first one here. We'll go rapid fire. Team with the best regular season record. Who are you rolling with? I'm going to roll with the Dolphins, Cullen, only because I believe in Tua within the system. I liked what I saw from them in the regular season last year. I think this year they'll be the 1 seed in the AFC. I'm going with the Dolphins. Who are you going with?
You're going to disagree with me on this one, Travis. I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers. Okay. This is probably the last ride with this core on defense especially, and with these wide receivers and Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey just got paid. Brock Purdy has shown he can win games in this league. I think the Niners run it back here and have another fantastic year.
Team with the worst record. I'm going to go Panthers again, but I do think they're moving in the right direction. I don't think they're a wasteland. I just think they have more work to do. But I like the direction they're heading in, but they're headed for another tough season. What say you?
I think the Panthers are going to be bad. I think the Raiders are going to fall even farther this year. Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell is not the most inspiring quarterback room. Devontae Adams is going to get even more disillusioned with the process over there in Vegas. I don't think they have a good season.
All right, team to win the AFC Championship. I'm going Chiefs only because I've been burned twice. First I went Ravens. They didn't get it done. Then last season I went Bengals. Joe Burrow gets hurt. It's just been a mess. I'm tired of betting against the Chiefs. I don't think they win the Super Bowl again, but I'll take them to win the AFC. Who you taking?
I'm doing the Undertaker meme, and I'm going with Cincinnati. I think they get back in the mix when Joe Burrow comes back from injury. You mentioned you picked him last year. Yeah. They were great when he was on the field. He got injured and things didn't go well. I think he's going to be fully healthy. He's got his full complement of wide receivers. Yeah. This Bengals team is going to be the team to beat this season.
He's the only guy to stand toe-to-toe with Mahomes and beat him. All right, team to win the NFC. I'm going Lions. I believe in them. They should have been in the Super Bowl last year, quite frankly. I'm going to go Lions here to put everything together, get back to the Super Bowl, and win it.
I got a dark horse pick here. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to make it all the way again this season. After the down year last year, the coaching staff was in flux. They brought in a couple of new head coaches, or I should say coordinators, OC Kellen Moore coming in. He's shown he can be successful. And then Saquon Barkley, if he puts together a healthy season with Jalen Hurts, this offense is going to be unstoppable with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. It's going to come down to the quarterback position. If Jalen Hurts can be consistent, this Eagles team is going to be incredible in the NFC.
All right, if you're keeping score at home, Cullen has Eagles, Bengals, Super Bowl. I have Chiefs, Lions, Super Bowl, and thought it could have been that last year. I'm going to go Lions here to win the Super Bowl and finally make Detroit happy and make Detroit a winner. I just like the way they've built it the right way. They seem like they're right there. I'll go Lions to win the whole thing.
Finally make Detroit happy is a hilarious phrase. But yes, I love the pick. I think the Lions deserve it. I think the Bengals are going to get it. They're going to make it back, and they're finally going to finish the job after losing to Matthew Stafford and the Rams in their last appearance. Joe Burrow deserves this. He's been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL since coming in a couple of years ago. I think he is going to have that bounce back season off of injury for the ages, and he's going to lead his team to a Super Bowl.
I made that comparison where I look at Patrick Mahomes as a new Tom Brady, as most of us do look at him in that way. And then I'm looking at Joe Burrow to be Peyton Manning, which means
I was thinking the same thing.
We've already seen him beat Mahomes in some big spots and almost beat him in a couple others. but he's got to get a ring, to your point. You got to get a ring or two if you're going to be considered the Manning in this era. There's no doubt about that, my friend. I agree with you on that one.